And I don't want to see nobody calling me Bevo for how hard I'm swallowing. What is up, guys? I'm here, my first ever fucking mukbang. Y'all have been asking me to do this for a while. So, I got some sushi from a market in town called Seiwa Market. It's like a Japanese store. They have all kinds of cool shit. I found fish. Y'all know how much I like sushi. I have not eaten today. It is 7 p.m. I have not had anything to eat. I'm about to fuck this up. I know most mukbangers have their ginormous platters of 8 million pieces of sushi. I have some soy sauce here. But bitch, I'm not wasteful, and I also don't eat that much. So y'all are just gonna watch me eat a normal amount of food. So here's the first. Oh! Here's the first bite. Cheers! Oh my god. I had to put my phone on silent, bro. I swear to God, every time I try and record, that's when my phone wants to give me like 5 million notifications. This shit is definitely fucking delicious. I don't know if people do a lot of talking in these videos. Like, I used to watch mukbangs a lot, maybe in like high school, but I haven't seen any in a while. Like, do y'all want me to sit here and yap, or do y'all just want me to eat? Because it's kind of hard to sit here and have a conversation with y'all when I'm like demolishing food. Only thing I will say, I definitely put this shit in the fridge for too long. And I don't know if like y'all have had sushi left over in the fridge. I mean, I got it a few hours ago, but when you put sushi in the fridge and the rice gets all hard, that's the only downside to this. But it is fucking delicious. I just wish the rice was a little softer. It could also just be because I went to the store late in the day. Like, I think they cut the fish pretty early in the day, but I did go late as fuck. I don't know. And I don't want to see nobody calling me Bevo for how hard I'm swallowing. Y'all, I am not chewing this enough, I know. But I'm so fucking hungry right now. I honestly am just trying to get this in my mouth as fast as possible. The fish quality is actually pretty good for a supermarket. I mean, it's not a supermarket, it's like a small little Japanese market, but I feel like for a market, like, the fish quality is pretty fucking good. I don't know if y'all can tell by like looking at it, but that shit is good, bro. I have a story about what happened in the process of me trying to get this fish, actually. So I went into this market looking to get some food, obviously. I was originally gonna do like some kind of candy or some sweets mukbang, but I hadn't eaten yet, so I was like, fuck it, like, why not do my lunch, right? But I had maybe been in there for like 20 minutes. Let me get my water. I had maybe been in there for about 20 minutes. Just trying to figure out like what I want to do. Pink Stanley. And I see this old man walking around, you know, looking for a certain drink. Because I was looking for a drink too, because I was like, oh, maybe I could get something nice and refreshing to go with my sushi, right? So I see this old man and he's looking and the drink is gone and I'm like, oh, hey, like, just being nice. I usually don't talk to strangers because I'm very shy, but I decided to be nice. I was like, oh, hey, like, I saw some non-refrigerated beverages, like, over there. And he was like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah. And I got so overwhelmed. I don't even know how the conversation turned into this. But it turned into him, like, asking me about my parents and work. And I don't know if y'all know about, like, Apple has these pens. They make pens that go with these, like, tablets, I guess. I don't own one. I'm too poor, sorry. But he was like, do you know how to use these? And I was like, no, I really don't. And he's like, well, I was looking to go to the nearby high school. It's a high school. I know. And he's like, I was looking to go to this high school and you know, there's a lot of these. He was talking about how he's like married to some Japanese lady and like all this shit. And he's like, I was looking to go to the high school because all the kids from that high school come to this restaurant nearby and they use their tablets and they know how to use them. I was going to go to the high school and ask the principal, like, hey, do you have any students who are about to graduate who might want to like get paid to teach me how to work this tablet? And I was like, right. Telling a story while eating is definitely a challenge. And he's like, but if you know how to work it, I could pay you to teach me how to use. Mind y'all, this is like a 67-year-old man. And he's like, I could pay you to teach me how to use this Apple like tablet. And this story doesn't have some like crazy ending. It was just a strange experience. You know, because I don't get out a lot, but for some reason when I do, like, it's just some strange shit always happens. And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know how to use it. And he's like, well, listen, we could exchange numbers and even if you could just teach me the basics, like, it would really be helpful because, like, I really need it and I use it. And, like, I'm retired. And he just kind of was, like, rambling. I mean, he had to be, like, 60 or 70, so, like, and he was very hard of hearing. Like, he just kept going, and I was just like, oh. I mean, I'll be honest, like, I don't know how to use that shit. Like, I really cannot help you, sir. He's like, well, listen, you're in accounting, because I have a bachelor's degree in accounting. He's like, you're in accounting. Do you know how to use Excel? And I'm like, mind you, it had been like 30-40 minutes of him talking about the Apple Pen thing and me just repeating, like, I don't know how to use it. And then he's like, well, you know how to use Excel? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, like, that's kind of like my whole thing. And he's like, well, you're literate in it, right? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, I use it for budgeting and you could teach me how to use Excel. And I'm like, and I'm the kind of person, I'm way too nice. Like, I have a hard time like walking away from situations like that, because I grew up shy and like not doing a lot of talking. So, you know, when I'm put in situations like that, I kind of just like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And I'm just like, yeah, like, yeah. And like people are coming in and out of the store and they're kind of like looking and I'm like, oh my God, like, mind you, it's been like 40 minutes, and I got frozen food and it was just sitting in my cart and I had already been in there for like 10-20 minutes prior. And so I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, you could pay me to do that. And I could pay you to teach me how to use that. And I'm like, and he's like, but I'd have to meet your mom because I know it's like a strange thing, but like, I'd have to meet your mom, you know, you'd have to bring your mom over to the restaurant and I'd have to meet her and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, and he started like asking me questions about my relationship with my parents and shit. It was just so, and then that's not the end of it. fucking love water. And then he was like, you know how to work social media? Excuse me. And I'm like, I mean, clearly, because, like, I'm young. And he's like, you know how to work social media? Like, you know how to post and stuff? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, I need help with that, too. Like, I think he just kept, like, trying to find a reason for him to pay to help me with something. And it was just, like, he just kept grasping at something. And it was very strange. And he was just like, I could pay you to help teach me how to use social media, like YouTube and Instagram and stuff. And I'm like, and so he starts opening apps on his phone, and he's like, I feel like if I try and delete a notification, I'll like delete everything on my phone. And I was just like, that's not how that works. But I mean, maybe I was just being mean, and maybe he really doesn't know, but like, he had a bunch of apps and stuff on his phone, like notes apps and stuff. So I'm like, clearly you know how to use your phone enough. I don't know. And he's just like, do you know how to post on YouTube and like work Instagram and stuff? And I was like, well, actually, if you have YouTube and you know how to watch YouTube videos, like, you can look up how to do those things on YouTube. And he kind of just like froze for a second. And I was just like, like, is that wrong for me to say? And he's like, well, no, like I'm hard of hearing, so like it's just really hard for me to understand. And I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't make any sense, because if you're hard of hearing, how are you watching YouTube videos to begin with? I got a little confused. I'm sorry if y'all hear noises. There are dogs barking outside, and I live in a very busy complex. I have a topping. Cupie. I love Cupie. Fun fact about me. Pausing the story. Fun fact about me. I love mayonnaise. Y'all can call me white. I don't care. I'm black and white. I like mayo. And I'm gonna put just a little bit on that fish. And he's just like, yeah, we can exchange phone numbers, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, we can exchange emails. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I understand. So I give him my email, because, like, it's not my phone number, and my email is not my government name, so, like, whatever. And I have to, like, repeatedly be like, okay, I have to go. And he just keeps talking about, like, going to the school. And I told him, I was like, instead of going to a high school to ask them for help, you could go to a college. Like, colleges always have job boards and postings for stuff like that. And he's like, well, he just, like, came up with some random reason on why he couldn't go to a college for it, which felt even weirder. Also, I think he assumed I was a lot younger than I was, which made me feel even weirder, because that's a common thing that happens anyways. Like, a lot of people think I'm underage, but I'm 23. But for some reason, people think I'm in high school, and I think he thought that, because he, like, mentioned about, like, do you go to that school? And I was like, no, like, I graduated college. Like, I'm done. Like, he's like, oh. And he was just coming up with reasons why he couldn't go to a college. And he's like, well, I just need someone who, like, needs the money and a job. And I'm like, people in college need jobs. Like, they struggle too. Like, they struggle more than kids in high school. I don't know. It was a lot of back and forth of that, and me finally being like, I have to go. And he's like, yeah, me too. My wife's gonna be mad because I was supposed to be getting stuff for her and our daughters. And I'm like, okay. And finally, I got away after an hour of him talking to me. Does that seem weird to y'all? Let me know. The mayo makes it so good. That Cupie always gonna do it. But yeah, let me know if y'all think that's weird, because I felt like it might have been a little weird. But then again, I'm like, he could have just been like just some old guy. Like, some old people are just weird like that. But I didn't want to be like too judgmental. But maybe that's just me, like, being too nice. I don't know. Let me know y'all's opinions, because I definitely was just kind of like frozen in place, like just in shock that this conversation had went on for a whole hour. But Mind you, I hadn't eaten yet. I was so hungry. This was at like, it's 7 p.m. now. This was at like, by the time I was driving home, it was 5. I think I got there at 4:10. I left at 5:10. Or I think I got there at like 4 or whatever. Whole hour. Just because I offered, or not even offered, I told a man where other drinks were in the store. Mm. Oh. I was originally gonna record this at night because, fun fact, I also do ASMR, which I do that at night because it is so busy outside. Like, even I've recorded ASMR at like 2 a.m. on a weekday. Even then, there's always somebody outside of my complex. I don't know what it is. It's so busy. There's so many people that live here. There are people constantly walking around everywhere. It's constantly just so much noise. And I thought about it, but I was too hungry and I felt like y'all needed to see this delicious meal. So fuck. If y'all hear some background noise, I apologize. Mayo. You know, it feels a little strange just like sitting here staring in my camera eating food, but I get the appeal. Like, I've watched quite a bit of mukbang I don't know, videos of people eating. I've watched quite a few in my life. So like, I get the appeal, but like, sitting here doing it is a whole other thing. And like, just staring at a camera eating food, just imagine how that would feel. But a lot of people requested this, so whatever. Also, I don't ever have nails, and I have these just for my ASMR, and I have never used chopsticks with my nails, and I'm fucking struggling. These shits get in the way. And I know how to use chopsticks. I learned when I was little. This with nails though, these bulky ass nails with stones and shit. I'm already getting full, y'all. I honestly don't know how these other people have these like ginormous platters of food. I don't eat that much, and I'm honestly impressed that they're able to. If y'all are wondering what the jingling is, don't be alarmed. But yeah, I see so many of these videos of people eating these ginormous amounts of food, and it is so shocking. Last piece. Excuse me. Oh my god. Let me know how y'all feel about this, because this is my first time doing this. I'm sure I could come up with some stories to tell y'all. Some of them would probably be repeats of shit I've told on my Twitch, but I mean, if y'all want it, like, whatever. Maybe I need to go out more and do some wild shit. I am now extremely full. Oh, it's cold on my teeth. Shit. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. This little video of me eating and talking about my experience of trying to get food for this. If you have any foods you want to see me try, let me know. I like sweets, but I'm also very picky, so yeah, let me know in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this video. If you love it, if it tickled your pickle, if it made your nipples vibrate in a mysterious manner, I would like to know. So, thank you so much for being here. I hope you ate today. Please eat today. If not, drink your fucking water. Bitch, I better not catch you drinking soda. Drink your fucking water. And I'll see y'all in the next video.